I believe we are up and running. How is it going, everybody? Alright, so I'm pretty much ready to go live, and that is what we are doing. Hello, everybody. This is going to be a very, very subdued stream, and I believe we are live, up and running. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Just notifying the Discord, and there we go. We are up and live. We are up and running for my Stanley Cup playoff predictions. How's it going, everybody? In case you guys do not know me, my name is Harry Rice. I am typically known for streaming hockey. Okay, I don't get why it's a... Okay, wait, I think I know. Hey, Linebot, how's it going, man? Ray Bro, welcome back to the stream, brother. Notification Squad, Linebot, I'm glad you got the notification. Would that be YouTube or Discord? Is YouTube finally working for once? Really hope it is working. I'm going to shut down Discord. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good, Ray Bro. Seems we have the stream up and running pretty well. I'm wearing the Montreal Canadiens jersey along with the Chicago Blackhawks hat. Funny enough, it was this or go full on Habs, but I did want to support two teams at once, so I decided to go with these. Yeah. So and just to let you guys know right away, the latency is roughly going to be about 10 to 20 seconds, probably 30 maybe, not half an hour, Jesus. But it's probably going to be 20 to 30 seconds just because oh, Jesus, that should not be dropping. Just because I put the stream to low latency on YouTube itself this time, as opposed to ultra low latency. And Streamlabs is at 10-second latency. Avalanche for the Cup, Ray Bro. Wow, you see the Avs going to the Cup. Okay. Well, I am going to close the YouTube live streaming app for now. So, guess the superhero one is Marvel's, one is DC. Spider-Man, and I'm going to go with... Damn, I can't see. I can't. That DC one is interesting. I don't think I know who that would be, but I know for sure Spider-Man. Ab's gonna lose. Sorry, Linebot. We are gonna see for sure. Oh, Wonder Woman. Oh, Wonder Woman. Yeah, that makes sense. Ray Bro, you're good at that. Ab's gonna lose. Sorry, Linebot. No worries. You do not need to apologize for giving an incorrect opinion. Habs don't deserve it, and I'm a Habs fan. Elias, or Elias, Elias, however, I'm going to say Elias, just because I'm not sure. We are going to get into my predictions, of course, but I do want to know your predictions right away, guys. And actually, I want you guys to give me your predictions as we do go along in the, as we go along in the stream. As we go along in the stream, I want you guys to give me your thoughts. And actually, straight off, give me your thoughts. What do you guys think of this? The playoff bracket, the actual picture I borrowed off of Hot Take Hockey. Big shout out to him if he ever pops in the stream again. And of course, the Stanley Cup Playoffs 2020 logo as well. Unless Price goes off, then if Price is somehow able to go off, then Habs have an excellent chance against the Penguins. But of course, we are going to get into that. Linebot, and my apologies for your guys' comments not being on screen while I do have the playoff bracket up. I could try and do that real quick, actually. That is the notifications, just real quick. Alright, good. I mean, I could technically try and put it, but yeah, see, like, looking at it, even if I did, for example, have it, like, stretched to screen and then put it like that, it just wouldn't look good, so I'm going to remove the YouTube chat there. Hey, Let's Hockey. How's it going, brother? How's it going, man? Let's Hockey. Ray Bro, Oilers, Avs for Western Conference, and Habs and Leafs. I guess you're saying for the East. That is very interesting. Let's go Vegas for sure, Linebot. Let's go. And real quick, I do want to go into studio mode, just because I want to make sure I have what I have planned out. Okay, yeah, so I think, yeah, so I do. All right, good. I have my predictions pretty much planned out. So, for example, but by the way, guys, my apologies for the screeching in the background. I do have I am at my sister's, as I said, and her nephew, or my nephew, is obviously at the house. Hey, let's hockey. Yeah, let's go. Let's hockey. Let's get some let's hockey hype in the chat. Let's one of the best hockey YouTubers. I gotta watch their. I gotta watch his most recent videos. I think I've missed out on the last two or three, unfortunately. And also, guys, you may not want to get too used to either me streaming in general or just me streaming here. Quick update: we do have a place that we can settle into. I'm not gonna say when or where it is, just because I don't want to get too specific yet in case stalkers. But we do. Vegas Blues Western, Boston Flyers in the East. Those are very interesting. We will definitely find out as I go, and we will see. Of course, the NHL does have the not the program. They do have the thing in plan in place where they are going to shuffle the matchups every round. They're going to shuffle everything, but for the sake of my sanity and just not putting in every single thing that I want, we are going to do it as if each matchup is sticking to how the usual format is in the playoffs. So yeah, I think we get right into it, guys. Right into the playoff format. I do want to make sure. All right, perfect. There we go. All right, awesome. So, like I said, guys, if you've got, can I be a mod? Can I be a mod? Hey, Ray, bro, you got. I see you're in the HCH chat as well. Also, Red Wings for the Cup. Red Wings for the Cup. Let's go. Can we get some Red Wings hype in the chat, boys? Thank you very much. I am wearing the Red Wings colors after all, as well as some blue. No, but seriously, hi, hey, 4554 King, how is it going, man? And actually, real quick, I'm just going to turn up the mic because I just realized you guys probably might not be able to hear me too well, so yeah, unless I come in here for some ASMR, but yeah, 4554 King, how is it going, man? It's been a while. It's been about a day. No, but seriously, okay, so looking at it now, I'm pretty sure the delay is like 25 to 30 seconds, I think. So whenever, so yeah. But Ray, bro, you can be a mod, 100%. So yeah, guys, I think real quick, I am gonna get into the start of the playoff predictions in just a moment. If I'm able to imagine wanting the Red Wings to win, you know what? Alamba, imagine wanting the Vegas Golden Knights to win. No, but seriously, Red Wings are gonna be incredibly good in like 4 years. They're gonna be amazing. So for the playoffs, of course, I do have it seeded as... I did originally have it seeded as 1-4-2-3 because I was thinking, okay, why not? But, so basically it would have been Colorado first, Dallas fourth, Vegas second, and St. Louis third. And then on the East, it would have been Tampa first, Boston fourth, Washington second, and Philly third. But that's now pointless, so I'm just going to say... no matter who wins, they're just going to randomize it. Unless they do stick with the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing for the first round and then shuffle it, but I'm not 100% sure. Fire hat. Hey, thank you, TJ. Appreciate it. I got this $2 at a yard sale. It's a official, I think. Where's it? Yeah, it's an official Reebok hat. Got it at a yard sale for $2. So, there's that. So yeah, and then of course once we do get into the, we're about to get into the playoffs. Have you heard about the Latino team Pez? No, I have not. I've heard about the Pro Evolution Soccer, but I've not heard about a Latino team. Ray bro, if you could explain what that is, that'd be greatly appreciated. But straight up, we are going to get into the playoffs. I'm not going to be up here for too long. I'm probably going to be up here for about half an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. I'm just coming up here real quick because I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it. But yeah, and actually real quick, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Streamlabs and I'm going to try and get a live viewer count because I do want that. I am interested in a live viewer count. So let me know if the stream is laggy right now, guys, because if it is, then I'll know, okay, yeah, for sure it's the way my Wi-Fi is. But like I said, I'm going to try and get a live viewer count on stream because that would be very, very fun. But yeah, we are going to get into the... we are going to get into the playoff predictions in just a moment. Like I said, I want to come up here real quick and just talk for a moment. I have 4 Vegas jerseys and 3 Vegas hats. Jesus, Limebot, that is awesome. That is pretty awesome. You got any names on the jerseys? Any numbers? Or is it like my Habs jerseys where they're just like completely blank? That's pretty dope. 4 Vegas hats, or 4 Vegas jerseys and 3 Vegas hats. Real quick, where is it? Excuse me. Viewer count, there it is. So if it's as easy as I think it is, I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to add a browser source. I just wanted to do this real quick. Ignore the fact that the OBS thing is going to pop up. And I believe it should come up in just a moment. Yep, there we go. Oh, that is very weird. Alright, so yeah, that's fun-ish. There we go. So we got 2 live viewers right now. That's awesome. I'm not going to edit it or whatever. That's going to be fine by me. So, yeah. So the playoffs. We're 11 minutes in. Why not finally get into the playoff predictions? So, of course, the Calgary Flames and the Winnipeg Jets, the winner of this goes on to face the Colorado Avalanche in the first round. And in my opinion, I think this is a no-brainer. Calgary is going to advance. I think this is a no-brainer. The Winnipeg offense, 1 Fleury home, 1 Stone away, 1 custom hat for me with Hunt on the back, and the number 16, and 1 away glass jersey. Hey, that's awesome. That is dope. Latino team. Oh, yeah, the Latino team president for the Coyotes. I did hear about that. That's awesome. They got a new team president. Hopefully this means they are going to start looking good in the future, because it seems they finally have a team owner who's looking in a positive direction for the Arizona Coyotes. Of course, they are in the playoffs, which you will get to their matchup against the Predators in a little bit. But, yeah, that's awesome. They got a new team president. I'm not sure how long they've been without one, if they just fired theirs, or how long they've gone without a team president. But hopefully he does good. And Linebot, those are some awesome jerseys. Those are some pretty dope ones, like I said. Oh, yeah, I can close you now. So, yeah, like I said, I think the Calgary Flames, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like I said, the Winnipeg defense is really bad. Yes, they have strong offense, and they can have a good Connor Hellebuck. But in my opinion, I think Calgary, with the offense they have, with the really good defense they have, I think it really makes up for the so-so goaltending they have in net with, I believe it's David Riddick. But, yeah, like I said, personally, I think this is going to be a good matchup. I think it's going to be a fun matchup. And personally, like I said, I think Calgary's going to take it. I think they're going to take it in 4. I think Winnipeg is going to sneak a victory in there. But I do think Calgary is going to take them out in 4. Next up, the Edmonton Oilers facing against the Chicago Blackhawks. The winner taking on the Dallas Stars. And in my opinion, I feel like this is another one that's kind of a no-brainer. The Chicago Blackhawks are going to win. And it's funny, I've been seeing around a lot that Winnipeg and Edmonton are going to win. But you know what? I see Calgary, and yeah, I guess you could say these are hot takes, but I see the Blackhawks beating the Oilers and going on to face the Dallas Stars. I think, despite the fact that the Oilers have the best player in the league in Leon Draisaitl, and a second liner in Connor McDavid, I do think... hello. Hey, Hot Take Hockey. Let's go, my boy, Hot Take Hockey. Let's go. Can we get some Hot Take Hockey in the chat, boys? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think the Blackhawks are going to take out the Oilers. I don't think the force of McDavid and Draisaitl alone is going to have what it takes to take out the Blackhawks, who I honestly think could have a deep playoff run left in them, whether it's this year or next year. I think they do have another deep playoff run before Ken and Tays do start to really decline. And you know what? I'm going to be swift, and I'm going to say the Blackhawks sweep the Oilers. I think these are going to be some very heavy scoring matchups. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be awesome. But it is going to end with a Blackhawks sweep and going on to face the Dallas Stars. Ray Bro, of course, the Chicago Blackhawks. That is only $2. Sup, John? Hey, Limebot, did you just say best player Liana, second liner McDavid, huh? Yes, I did, Limebot. I did say best player Liana and a second liner McDavid. I mean, you look at the points-wise, Draisaitl destroyed McDavid in the points. While McDavid still missed games. But, you know what? In my opinion, I'm going to give a big hot take. But in my opinion, Leon Draisaitl is carrying the Edmonton Oilers into the playoffs. If they are left without Draisaitl, or they trade Draisaitl, or they lose him to free agency whenever he's a free agent in like 8 years, they're dead, in my opinion. The Oilers have absolutely no chance of making the playoffs without Leon Draisaitl. And that is a massive hot take to a lot. Bro, are you stupid? Oilers are gonna win. Right, bro. Yo, I love the purpose misspelling. You're killing me today, man. You're killing me. But yeah, I think the Blackhawks. I think the Oilers are lacking depth. They did acquire some depth at the deadline with Andres Athanasiou, and I believe they did also acquire Mike Green. I think. But I do think the Oilers they're going to put up a fight, but it is going to end in a Blackhawks victory, and they are going to face the Dallas Stars. Kane and Taves, obviously, they have Keith, they have Seabrook on the blue line. I almost said Doughty, but that's the wrong team. He's with the Kings, and they're not in the playoffs, unfortunately. But I do think the Blackhawks, with the force that they have, even though they did sell at the deadline, they got rid of Gustafsson, they got rid of Leonard, I do think they're going to have what it takes to take out the Oilers, in my opinion. Vancouver wins, doodah. JK, yeah, right, bro. Thank you very much. But yeah, Vancouver wins. Duda, Limebot, you kind of predicted it. The Minnesota Wild taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Winner faces the Golden Knights, and in my opinion, it is going to be the Vancouver Canucks. In my opinion, this is going to be a reliving of the 2003 series, which was incredibly boring. Except this one is going to be incredibly fun, and I'm going to predict the Vancouver Canucks take out the Wild in 4. The hot take here would obviously be Minnesota winning, but you know what? I think they're going to put up a fight. They are going to fight long and hard against the Canucks. I can see a game or two of this going to overtime. Probably a lot of overtime, honestly. But you know what? I do see the Vancouver Canucks beating the Minnesota Wild in 4. Like I said, they have such great offense. They have a solid defense, in my opinion. And they have a phenomenal goaltending tandem of course, Markstrom and Demko. That I do think it is going to outmatch Minnesota, who has a bit of a shaky goaltending tandem with, I believe, Alex Stalock with Devin Dubnyk. Their defense is very solid, but their offense, in my opinion, is what is going to lack and is probably going to cost the Minnesota Wild against the Vancouver Canucks. And next up, probably my second biggest hot take of the play-in rounds, the Nashville Predators against the Phoenix Coyotes, or Arizona. I prefer to call them Phoenix, so I like the name Phoenix Coyotes much better. Yamamoto and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, A.A. Clefbaum, Bear, Nurse, Neal. Yes, they have a good, solid... Yes, Yamamoto. I really like Yamamoto, and I wish he was on the Habs. Nugget Hopkins, of course. Ryan Nugget Hopkins, and I did have another pack of Nuggets, thankfully, today. But Nugget Hopkins, great player. Andreas Athanasiou, as I mentioned, they acquired at the deadline. Clefbaum, Bear, and Nurse, and of course James Neal. Even with Leon and Connor out, Ray bro, I honestly don't see it. I'm gonna switch back here for a minute. Arizona wins. Limebot. That's we'll see in a second. But honestly, in my opinion, I just can't see the Oilers winning, even with I just can't see the Oilers winning, even with Connor and Draisaitl out, with all the players they have. I just can't see it. I just cannot see it happening, honestly. I don't think even with Leon and Connor out, the Oilers have what it takes to beat the Blackhawks. Nugget, yeah, let's go. Hot take hockey. Let's get some Ryan Nugget Hopkins in the chat, please, boys. Let's get some hype for him. But yeah, the Nashville Predators and the Phoenix Coyotes, as I mentioned, and as a certain someone, Mr. Limebot, might have mentioned in the chat, Arizona Coyotes are going to beat the Nashville Predators, in my opinion. And I'm going to go out on a hot take and kind of say it ends in 5. I think it is going to be a very competitive series, a very boring series with very minimal scoring and very minimal chances. I think Arizona is going to play the trap very well. I don't think, in my opinion, did you move, Streamlabs? How is it? John, I technically did move. I actually moved very temporarily. This is my sister's house I'm staying at, given the diapers in the back there. Diaper hype in the chat. I'm going to switch to this real quick. But yeah, I did move. We're actually going to be moving again, so don't get used to seeing this type of setup. It's probably going to change within, I'd say, 2 weeks, a week or two. And Streamlabs, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking Streamlabs and how it works. My only issue though is I can't get the chat working very well. And by the way, guys, I'm not on Top Chat. I'm on Live Chat, but for some reason it's recognizing the chat bot as Top Chat. But I do definitely think Streamlabs, I don't know if it's the chat bot, if it's because of the way I set it up or whatnot, but for some reason I can't get the chat like yours, John, or like anyone else's where it's transparent. I can't get that for some reason. But I am enjoying Streamlabs very much. I am enjoying it with the notifications. If anyone here has not subbed yet, which there's only 2 people, so I'm pretty sure they have. But But I am enjoying Streamlabs. Thank you for asking, John. Ryan Nugget Hopkins, let's go, Linebot. I agree. Arizona wins easy. Respect your opinion. Ray Bro, thank you. I appreciate you respecting my opinion. And you see, guys, I love that. I love that. We can have a discussion like this, respect each other's opinions, even if we think the other side is wrong. That is what we need more of in this world. We need more love, and we need more. Yeah, I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. We need more of that in the chat and in real life, boys. But yeah, like I said, I think Arizona is going to play the trap very well against the Predators, and honestly, I don't think they're going to really have a response for the Arizona Coyotes playing the trap, and I think Arizona is going to take out the Predators in 5. Might be a hot take, but you know what? I stand by it personally. Now moving on to the East for the first round, though technically it would be interesting to do the whole West, do the whole East. I'm going to go round by round. First round, Tampa Bay will face the winner of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Columbus Blue Jackets. In my opinion, I know a lot of people are going to see Columbus winning and for the meme going on to face Tampa Bay again, but you know what? I think it's kind of a no-brainer. The Toronto Maple Leafs are going to beat the Columbus Blue Jackets and go on to face the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think Toronto is going to win this one in 4. I think the Blue Jackets, even if they are healthy, which I believe they should be, it's rumored right now, I believe August 1st is the return date for the NHL, I think is what's being rumored right now. But, like I said, I do definitely think that the Toronto Maple Leafs will take out the Blue Jackets. The offense is obviously much more powerful on the Leafs. Defense, I would give a slight edge to the Blue Jackets. And goaltending-wise, yes, you do have Jonas Korpisalo for the Blue Jackets, but you have Freddie Anderson for the Maple Leafs. And honestly, I think if you give, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I think if you give the Leafs someone other than the Bruins to face in the playoffs, like Tampa or Columbus, I think Freddie Anderson's going to stand on his head. Absolutely, Freddie Anderson will stand on his head. And I do think that Toronto is going to face Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs. And Columbus, unfortunately, will be out, but they will have a chance to get the first overall pick in the draft because they do not get into the playoffs. I'm Limebot Alt. Let's test it. There I subbed. Let's see the notifications. Oh, no. Oh my god, why are you not popping up? You gotta love Streamlabs. I'm gonna open up the, not the live stream, I'm gonna open up the viewer count and see if I can get that rolling and popping off now. Unless it showed up while I was distracted, but I don't think it did. I don't think it showed up yet. My apologies, by the way, guys. This is very awkward, I'm sure. But let's get the alert box going. Alert box, and I believe I should be able to... Oh, no, yeah, I should be able to get this, actually. Alert box. I'm going to figure this out. Eventually. I'm going to figure this out. But Linebot, I appreciate it. The Shark Gaming, I appreciate you going on your alt. His sub's got to be public. Oh, yeah, true. I know for sure my subs are public, John. I'm not sure if you mean me or the Shark Gamings, but I know for sure my subs are public because Nordic subbed yesterday and the notification popped up. Or he subbed 2 days ago, one of the last few streams I did. But yeah, I think Shark Gaming's subs have to be public, unfortunately. Unless I can get from here. But you know what? Nah, let's just go to alert box and let's just test it out. I'm gonna put the headphones on for a second. We are about to get hype in the chat. Let's get some hype in the chat for. It's all good, man. Let's get the hype in the chat for the new notification, boys. And actually, I want to put the viewer count right there. Thank you very much. But there we go. Whoever subs has to have their subs public for it to show up. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. All right, so whoever subs, yeah. So Shark Gaming or Linebot, if you get your subs on, then you should be able to sub and have it show up, I think. Thank you for the tip, John. I appreciate that. But yeah, so the Toronto Maple Leafs, like I said, advancing to face the Tampa Bay Lightning. And next up, the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Montreal Canadiens team. Both teams I'm a fan of. But you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. C'est le but, that is French for what a goal. Which team is French? The Habs, so that means that they beat the Penguins. That's a very great way of saying that, Ray Bro. And you know what? I'm going to go out on the massive hot take. The Montreal Canadiens will take out the Pittsburgh Penguins and go on to face the Boston Bruins in the first round of the playoffs. There's the reason I'm wearing the Habs jersey. It's because I'm going to say the massive hot take and say they beat the Penguins. All good? Yay, thank you. But like I said, I honestly think there's a chance that the Montreal Canadiens do beat the Penguins. And while I would love to see them eliminated in the play-ins and possibly win first overall in the draft lottery, I think the Montreal Canadiens need a deep playoff run this year. I'm not necessarily saying they're going to get the deep playoff run, but I'm just saying they need a deep playoff run, or at least to get back in the playoffs in general. So I personally do think that this year they are going to beat the Penguins to get into the playoffs by beating the Penguins in the play-ins. And I'm going to give a big hot take. Penguins are going to win first overall in the draft and get Alexis Lafreniere to play alongside Crosby and Malkin. And the internet proceeds to be pissed. And that's a big if, they beat the Penguins, they lose to Boston. We'll get to that matchup once we start covering the first round line bot for sure, but I appreciate your input right away. But the Canadiens over the Penguins, in my opinion, I feel like this series really depends on Carey Price. I've shit on Carey Price this past season. I've been saying how terrible and washed up he is, which he is. He's starting to get there. But in my opinion, I think he has one more great series left in him. I think Carey Price has the chance to steal the series against the Penguins, and I think Montreal is going to take advantage of that. They don't have the best defense. In my opinion, they have a solid defensive core, except for Petrie, who is very inconsistent, and Weber, who is getting up there in age. And their offense is nothing compared to the Penguins, but I think Price is going to find a way to hold off Crosby and Malkin, and I think I'm going to go on a big hot take. And I'm going to say Domi doesn't play, just for his safety, but I'm going to say Gallagher is going to lead the team in points. He is going to score a goal per game, and this series is going to end in 5. This is going to go the distance, at least triple overtime in Game 5, and the Penguins are going to put it away. So we think, but no, it's going to be the Habs. It's going to be the Canadiens beating the Pittsburgh Penguins in the play-in round and going on to face the Boston Bruins. Next up, the Panthers and the Islanders. This is a no-brainer again. Florida Panthers are going to sweep the New York Islanders, I would argue. Wow, we got 5 years in here. Awesome. The Panthers, in my opinion, have more offensive force than the New York Islanders. I think the Islanders cannot score to save their life. I love Barry Trotz. He coached the Capitals to the playoffs, and of course it would be an awesome story to see the Capitals and the Islanders, the team Trotz, coach to a Stanley Cup against the current team he's coaching. Would be an awesome story, but I do not see it happening. I think the Islanders are going to succumb to their goal-less droughts, to their non-goal scoring, and the Panthers are going to take them out, and I'm going to say it's a sweep. I think Bobrovsky is going to show, hey, I sort of am worth $10 million, even though he's not really. But I think he is going to pull this win out of a hat. I'm going to say, kind of a hot take, I think 2 of these games are going to end in shutouts. I think they're going to end in shutouts. Lafreniere is overrated. Jeremy Poitier is the best 2020 draft prospect. Clearly, you guys are all sleeping on Wayne Gretzky. He's going to go first overall. But for some reason, speaking of that, Ray Bro, for some reason I see Lafreniere as kind of a bust. I feel like he's going to be one of those guys where he's either going to be good, but not necessarily a first overall pick, or he's going to be a bust. I don't want him to be a bust, obviously, especially if Montreal does lose to the Penguins and gets first overall. But I feel like he could be a bust. I feel like Lafreniere is one of those guys that could end up being a bust for some reason. I don't know why. I just have that inkling. But the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers now, winner takes on the Philadelphia Flyers. Just roll the dice, flip a coin. Just this is the series that I will be watching if it's not Pittsburgh or Montreal. If the New York Rangers and Carolina Hurricanes are on, I'm really hoping it's not the same day as the Penguins and Habs, because this is going to be a fun series. Oh, thank you, Ray Bro. Make sure you all leave a like for sure. Make sure you guys leave a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. But the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes, like I said, this is going to be an incredibly fun matchup to watch. And kind of, not really a hot take, but necessarily kind of what a lot of people are going with. I do see the New York Rangers going on to advance to the first round of the playoffs. I think the Hurricanes, while yes, the Hurricanes are going to hold their own and they're really going to fight against the Rangers. I do think the Rangers are going to take them out in 5. I think this is going to be a series that is just an absolute just a not a blowout necessarily, but a just oh my god, please give me more of this type series where you just want them to keep going and going. Yeah, he kind of seems like a Jack Hughes kind of thing where he's rushed into the league. You can tell he is going to be good, but he's not immediately a great player. He's not like an Austin Matthews or a Patrick Laine or a Leon Draisaitl where they're coming into the league right away and it's like, yep, they're going to be something, you know? But the Rangers, in my opinion, I do think Georgiev, Shesterkin, and Lundqvist, the 3 goalie tandem, which the NHL is thinking of having. In my opinion, you put any of those guys in that, you're kind of already destroying the Hurricanes, considering they do have, I believe, Mrazek, which, nothing against Mrazek. I love Peter Mrazek, but it's going to be iffy for sure to have the Hurricanes beat them. Hey, Jalen 48, the New York Rangers logo in your profile picture. You're probably really happy about this. But the New York Rangers, and of course you look at the defense, it's arguably for the Hurricanes, I would say. But the offense, in my opinion, is where you really get going with the Rangers. Panarin, Zibanejad, Zuccarello, not Zuccarello, they don't have Zuc anymore. But Panarin, Kako, Capo. Like, Jesus, their entire first line is phenomenal. Zibanejad, of course, the 5-goal game against the Capitals. He has transcended into a superstar, in my opinion, this year. And I think him and Panarin are really going to keep it up in the playoffs this year. My apologies, by the way, guys, for the voice in the background. That was my nephew. What if Eris shows up? Then, you know what? The Hurricanes are going to sweep the Islanders, or the Rangers. If David Ayres shows up in this series, then, you know what? Then we definitely win. Yeah, exactly, for sure. The Rangers are definitely going to win. Like I said, it's going to be a 5-game series. It is going to be the most fun, in my opinion. And, yeah. So, next up, we are getting into the actual first round of the playoffs. The Colorado Avalanche against the Calgary Flames, in my opinion. This is unfortunately going to be the end of one Canadian team's journey into the playoffs. And I just realized I kind of had all Canadian teams winning in their first round matchups when possible, except for the Winnipeg Jets because, of course, actually Leon Draisaitl was rushed into a third-line role. Raybro, for me personally, I don't necessarily think you can rush someone into a third-line role. Like, you can say, hey, you're on a third line, but it's not like you have to be on the third line. In my opinion, rushing someone into a role would be more so first, second line. Like, hey, you're first overall, you're getting into our first line right away. But I respect your opinion. But the Colorado Avalanche and the Calgary Flames, in my opinion, it's pretty obvious. Colorado Avalanche are going to take out the Calgary Flames. I do think it is going to be kind of last year what happened where the Avalanche lose the first one, I believe, and then they won 4 straight to technically sweep the Flames, but just winning 4 straight, so it's not technically a sweep. But you know what? In my opinion, I'm going to say this one is a straight-up sweep. I think the Flames are going to be very overwhelmed by the Avalanche once again, and I do think it is going to be no Edmonton. Linebot, really? You think it's Edmonton that they're going to face? But like I said, I think with Calgary, they are going to be very overwhelmed by the offense and the defense and the goaltending of Colorado. And I do think that Colorado is going to advance into the second round because of that fact. And like I said, it is going to be a sweep in my opinion. Now, the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Dallas Stars. The Blackhawks, of course, the guys I have on my hat. In my opinion, I am going with the big hot take. Of course, if you guys saw Hot Take Hockey's video, we do not tolerate spam here, Linebot. My apologies, but we don't take spam here. Find the D. I already found the D. It's somewhere, all right. But the Blackhawks and the Stars, I'm gonna go on a big hot take kinda and say the Blackhawks are gonna beat the Stars. My apologies to Shannon, the hockey guy, if for whatever reason he sees this. But I do see the Stars. I think they are going to have one more year of kind of just like, oh, why are we doing this? And then I think, honestly, next year they're going to make a big playoff push. I do think Bishop, Nate McKinnon, top shelf in OT. Damn. No, you missed Edmonton while saying who was going to lose first round. They will. I don't know. I mean, I do have the Blackhawks beating them in the play-in round, so technically... Oh, yeah, the Oilers. Oh, yeah, thank you, Linebot. I appreciate it. Or Braybro. Whoa, Nate McKinnon top shelf in OT. Nate McKinnon top shelf in OT. But yeah, Linebot, thank you. I appreciate it. I did miss Edmonton, so I had every Canadian team winning when they could have, except the Oilers, because I absolutely hate the Oilers. That's the conspiracy theory that's going to be started because of this video, I guarantee. Hashtag Harry hates the Oilers. But the Blackhawks, like I said, I do think they are going to beat the Dallas Stars. It's going to be a very close series. I think this is going to be in 6 that they are going to win, because I believe it has been confirmed the NHL is going with the 7-game series for the actual playoffs, I think. So it is going to be a fun series, and it is going to be the Avalanche and the Blackhawks in the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And as for Vegas and Vancouver, this is going to be another fantastic series, in my opinion, that I think is going to go to 7, in which the Vegas Golden Knights are going to take out the Vancouver Canucks. It is going to be a very, very fun series, I think, but you know what? It is one of those series that I think is just going to be... It's kind of going to be very, very back and forth. I think Vancouver can take a game. Vegas takes 2. Vancouver takes 2. Vegas takes 2. Wins the series. I think it could be a very, 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 very back and forth series. But more so in terms of also leads. Who has the goal leads? Who has the series lead? It's going to be a fun series that ends with the Vegas Golden Knights knocking out the Vancouver Canucks. As for the St. Louis Blues and the Arizona Coyotes, this one is unfortunately where the Arizona Coyotes run comes to an end, as the St. Louis Blues will win and advance to take on the Vegas Golden Knights in the second round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Just given how St. Louis has done while under pressure and just kind of against Spotlight Hockey won't like this prediction. Where's Spotlight anyways? We need to get him. We need to get him in here. We need to get Spotlight in here. No, but the St. Louis Blues, I think they are going to withstand the Arizona Coyotes trap, and I think they're going to just destroy the Coyotes. I think this is going to be a 5-game series, and the Blues are just going to run through the Coyotes pretty much to go on to face the Vegas Golden Knights in the second round. Next up, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. We are going on to the East, and let's go Knights indeed, for sure. But you know what? This is one matchup where I think, honestly, the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to the second round of the playoffs. I think Toronto is going to sweep Tampa Bay. This is another prediction where I could definitely be wrong. I do think a lot of people are predicting Tampa to go as far as winning the Stanley Cup. What? I'm streaming. No, what? From what I remember, but I'll remember more after stream, okay? Alright. Apologies, everybody. My mother was just asking me a very, very quick question. Lightning easy. Jalen, that is, at least in my opinion, not a very, very easy match. In my opinion, like I said, I do think the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning. But I do think it could go either way. For sure, the series could go either way, Tampa or Toronto. But I do think, like I said, the Toronto Maple Leafs will sweep the Lightning. That could be a massive hot take, straight up that Toronto even wins despite sweeping them. But I do think Tampa are chokers in the playoffs, and I don't think they are going to take out the Toronto Maple Leafs, in my opinion. Next up in the first round of the playoffs, Leafs of all teams to beat the Lightning. Hell yeah, Linebot, let's go. But now, next up, the matchup that I think everybody will be watching, the Boston Bruins against the Montreal Canadiens. And in my opinion, to repeat a line from the great hockey guy, Montreal and Boston is a bad matchup for the Boston Bruins. The Montreal Canadiens are going to take out the Boston Bruins in 7 games to advance to the second round of the playoffs to face the Toronto Maple Leafs, in my opinion. I think... biggest hot take ever. Yeah, biggest hot take ever. You could say that very much. But like I said, Maple Leafs and Habs will be the second round matchup for one part of the Eastern Conference. With the Boston Bruins and the Canadiens, obviously I don't think I have to say why I think Montreal is going to beat Boston, even though the Boston Bruins did really very much own the Montreal Canadiens in the regular season. I think postseason, Montreal will take out Boston, and they will advance to the second round of the playoffs against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Next up, Washington and Florida. This is kind of an easy one. You got to go with the Washington Capitals. I think Florida could maybe pull a good run out of their ass, but I do think it is very much going to be the Capitals advancing past the Panthers. Ovi, Covey, Oshie. I'm trying to think of other players that rhyme with them, but I can't. Kuznetsov or Kuzi. So you got Ovi, Kovi, Oshi, Kuzi. So you got a couple players there that rhyme on the offense. The defense is solid. Goaltending is fantastic. Holtby and the other one, I forget, their rookie goaltender. Why can't I think of his name right now? But Capitals, like I said, I think they're going to go on a good run, and they are going to take out the Florida Panthers. Flyers and the Rangers. A lot of people are predicting the New York Rangers to lose here, for the Flyers to go all the way to the Stanley Cup final. Never remind the Lightning. Hot take: Habs beating Bruins. You in a dream, dude? How is the Habs beating the Bruins a hot take, and that I'm in a dream? Have you seen whenever the Habs have played the Bruins in the playoffs? They own the Boston Bruins. Yes, the Bruins beat us in 2011 and I think 2013 or 2016. Well, not 2016, but like 2011 and 2014, I think it was. But aside from that, the Montreal Canadiens have owned the Boston Bruins, both in regular season, preseason, and in postseason. So, like I said, it's not really that much of a hot take, and I'm not really that much in a dream to predict the Boston Bruins beating the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion. But yeah, the Flyers and the Rangers. I'm gonna go on a hot take, and I'm gonna say the Rangers. I think the New York Rangers are gonna beat the Philadelphia Flyers. They're gonna go to the second round to face their rivals in the Washington Capitals. I think this is going to be a very, very fun series. Gritty is going to get involved in some way. He's probably going to replace Carter Hart and Net partway through the series. But like I said, I think the Flyers, unfortunately, are going to lose here. I do like the Flyers. I love the Rangers as well. But I do think the Rangers are going to go to the second round of the playoffs at least. Flyers, I think next year is probably going to be their year. There you go, Jalen. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, but look at the Bruins now. Yes, look at the Bruins now. But people were saying that about the Bruins of the 80s. Of the 90s, of the 2000s, even of the 2010s, and Montreal has beat them nearly every single time, Linebot. It doesn't matter how good the Bruins are, the Habs are going to be there waiting. This is all just hot takes. So St. Louis taking out Arizona is a hot take. Vegas taking out Vancouver is a hot take. Washington taking out Florida is a hot take. Linebot, these are not all just hot takes. This is what I actually think is going to happen. Colorado taking out Calgary is a hot take, according to you. I wouldn't necessarily say that, dude. But yeah. So, on to the second round of the playoffs, starting in the West, of course, the Colorado Avalanche and the Chicago Blackhawks. Unfortunately, this is where the Blackhawks' reign is going to end, as the Colorado Avalanche are going to advance to the conference finals over the Chicago Blackhawks. I do think the Colorado Avalanche are going to take out the Blackhawks in 7. I think this is going to be a fantastic series. Probably the most underrated out of all of these matchups, considering you have Toronto, Montreal, Washington, New York, and the East. Both rivalry matchups in Vegas and St. Louis, which it can get a little meh sometimes. But Colorado, Chicago, I think is going to be one that is going to be very, very, very nice. Well, the first two on the East, you can't really be sure. Yeah, exactly. Not all hot takes, man. Not all hot takes. You take that back now. But the Colorado Avalanche, like I said, are going to take out the Blackhawks, in my opinion. And the Vegas Golden Knights against the St. Louis Blues. As much as a fan as I am of the Vegas Golden Knights, I do think that the St. Louis Blues are going to take out Vegas, and I'm going to go out on a limb. This is going to end in 5. I do think Vegas has a good chance to beat the St. Louis Blues, but like I said, I do think this is going to end. I know this is... Don't you do this to my Vegas Golden Knights. I know it's coming. Please. Thank you, Linebot. Appreciate it. But unfortunately... This is where Linebot is probably going to leave the stream, because the St. Louis Blues are probably going to beat the Golden Knights. Like I said, they do have a good chance. They have a chance to go to the conference finals, but I do think the Blues will take out the Knights and go to the conference finals in what many people are predicting to be the Stanley Cup final, technically, in the same way they used to predict Colorado and Detroit. Colorado, St. Louis in the conference finals. Next up, Toronto, Montreal in the second round of the playoffs. I'm going to go on another hot take. The Montreal Canadiens are going to the conference finals against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm sorry, John, if he's still here. I don't think he is. But if he's still here, I apologize. I apologize to any Leafs fans that are watching this. Which, if you're watching this post the stream and you're 45 minutes in, thank you very much for staying throughout all of this. But the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion, are going to take out the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is going to be a very, very tough series. I think it is going to 7, plenty of overtime, plenty of scoring on in this matchup. But I do think the Canadiens will get the better of the Toronto Maple Leafs and go to the conference finals for the first time in 2014. Toronto, Montreal, woot! Julian Planty, welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream, man. What, Linebot? Hey, you wanted hot takes. Bold prediction, that would be crazy. Julian, thank you very much. It would be incredibly crazy. Toronto and Montreal, not only in the second round of the playoffs, but the Montreal Canadiens beating the Maple Leafs, that would be crazy. But these are my predictions. Like I said in the title, these are way too early NHL playoff predictions. I'm probably going to do another live stream probably, I'd say a week before the actual playoffs start, whenever it is. Julian Plenty. I don't know why I said Julian Plenty, Julian Plante. Or unless your name is Plenty and you're saying that, but Julian Plenty is what I would assume it was. No, but I like I said, I'm probably going to do a stream unless the Wi-Fi we're removing is very, really bad. Then I will do a video probably the week before the playoffs starts once we know if Domi's playing, if Lindbergh is even going to be able to play for the Flyers, you know, who is and isn't playing more than likely. Well, technically I should do it the day before the playoffs start, but whatever. We're still like a month and a half out from the playoffs starting anyway, so I have all this time to figure it out. I swear if you have Habs in the finals, I'm going insane. Linebot, you better. Would love to see a Leafs Habs matchup. Me too, Julian. All their matchups in the regular season the past few years have been fantastic. And in the playoffs, I think this would be a bloodbath of sorts. We need the Habs and Leafs rivalry to reignite. Notice Habs are going through all their rivals. They went for the Bruins. They're going through the Leafs. And they're going to go through sort of a rival in the conference finals, whether it's the Capitals or the Rangers, which we are about to get to in a minute. But the Habs, like I said, I think they're going to beat Toronto. I think Price is going to beat Anderson. I think the defense is going to get torn down by the Habs defense. And I think offensively, we are going to be able to find a way to hold off Matthews and Marner. I think Nylander is going to get on the board. Tavares probably wouldn't have scored a point at all in the playoffs because, hot take, John Tavares is very much overrated and the worst out of him, Nylander, Marner, and Matthews. Fight me in the comments, please. And now onto the Capitals. You know, I'm going to take off the Blackhawks hat. You know what? Yeah, the Blackhawks are out. I'm going to take the hat off. It's hot in here. It is 28.5 degrees. I'm suffering because of you people. With the Capitals and the Rangers facing the Montreal Canadiens in the playoffs, it's either a rematch of the 2014 conference finals or the 2010 first round, first seed versus eighth seed. And it is going to be a rematch of the 2014 Eastern Conference Finals. The Montreal Canadiens will take on the New York Rangers. In my opinion, I think the Capitals, they're going to have a good run. Tavares sucks. He's a waste. Linebot, thank you. Yes, Planty. Tavares is overrated. I don't care for him. I was happy when he signed with the Leafs. Then the terms came out, and I was, ugh. And, yeah, give him back to the Isles. He probably won't do much with them. Samuel, welcome to the stream, brother. Go Habs, go indeed. Go Habs, go for sure. But I do think the Rangers are going to tear down the Capitals. I think it is going to end in 6. I think this is going to be a great series. Spotlight Hockey! Let's go, my boy. Spotlight Hockey's in the chat. Let's get some hype. Boys, let's go. Let's get hype. Let's get hype in the chat, boys, for Spotlight. Jalen expected that. Let's go, baby. Julian Planty, OMG. Also, guys, in case you guys are wondering, this is actually not right off the cuff that I'm doing this. I actually have everything set up right on OBS, so I already know who my Stanley Cup champion is. But like I said, the New York Rangers are going to tear down the Washington Capitals, in my opinion, and they are going to win in 6. And it's going to be the New York Rangers against the Montreal Canadiens in the conference finals. And the Colorado Avalanche against the St. Louis Blues in the conference finals. Let's get those W's in the chat. A long time ago, Samuel. Long time ago, not really. It was really. I think it was actually last night. I fully set this up. Which, if I remember correctly, I think these are actually all my predictions. Yeah, I think these are all my predictions from actually like 2 weeks ago when I was originally going to record a video. But then I was like, no, I don't like this video, and so I'm doing it as a live stream now. Hey, Samuel, you got a cat in the box. Fantastic. And Spotlight, look at Edmonton. You're not going to be happy. With the Colorado Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues, in my opinion, it's going to be the St. Louis Blues advancing to the Stanley Cup final. What's with Edmonton not going to second round, huh? Spotlight, I don't see Edmonton being able to beat the Blackhawks. I'm sorry. After the stream, go back and look. It's about 12 minutes in. I think you have to skip a few minutes around, but I talk about why I don't think Chicago is going to get beat by Edmonton. Montreal, Colorado in finals, please. Well, Julian, you're already disappointed because I have the Blues going to their second straight Stanley Cup finals, in my opinion. And you know what? I think I'm going to have to make an off-the-cuff change to my predictions. You know what? In my opinion, this, like I said, I think the St. Louis Blues and Colorado Avalanche can go either way. I think Blues are going to win in 6. But like I said, it can go either way. Laval Rocket. Samuel, yes, the Laval Rocket are going to beat the New York Rangers. No, but now this one, the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Rangers, this is incredibly hard to predict. Because you can either have Montreal get their revenge on the Rangers from 2014, go to the Stanley Cup Finals, and face off against the Blues for the first time since 1969. Nice. But they could either do that, or the New York Rangers can once again go to the New York Rangers. The New York Rangers can once again go to the Stanley Cup Finals, and Vegas versus New York Rangers Stanley Cup Final. That would be an awesome one. Spotlight. That would be a fantastic Stanley Cup Final. Vegas and the Rangers. Old Nordiques versus Habs would be crazy. Julian, it would be. Might as well change the stream name. I say hot takes. St. Louis Blues going to the Stanley Cup Final. I don't see how that's a hot take. 8-1, it's in the show, or in my team's dream. Hey, Samuel, either or. I like that one. Hot spotlight. Yeah, me too. Blind bot, I like that one as well. Harry. Hey, Samuel, how's it going? Notice how Hart is out in the first round. Harry Potter. Notice how Hart is not in the finals. Hey, Hart probably going to be the Hart winner. Not in the finals, unfortunately. Hart is not in the Hearts. But the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens in the Stanley Cup in the conference finals, not the Stanley Cup Finals. And of course, in my opinion, it has to be the Montreal Canadiens who then win the Stanley. No, but seriously, I am going to get to my actual prediction in a second. But the New York Rangers against the Montreal Canadiens. This is going to be a massive, just in my opinion, just a fantastic series. Imagine Habs win the cup. I would be going crazy on Stream Spotlight. I would just be going nuts that the Canadiens finally won their first cup since '93. October 13, 2018 for Montreal. They played, or they are scared. I'm not sure. Canadian Stanley Cup champion Samuel, we can hope. No, but seriously, guys, I would love to say Canadiens go to the finals and win the cup. But in my opinion, I think this is where the Canadiens end their reign, unfortunately. The New York Rangers will go to the Stanley Cup Finals. I just have to move that very slightly. I do think, unfortunately, it will be the New York Rangers and the St. Louis Blues in the Stanley Cup Final. Montreal will get on a conference finals run, but they are eventually going to fall to the Rangers. And I think next year is where the Montreal Canadiens are going to have a fantastic playoffs once again. And I'm going to go on a hot take. Canadiens will be cup contenders next year. They're not going to get Taylor Hall, but they're going to get some damn good free agents, in my opinion. And go watch Hot Take Hockey's video, because I pretty much agree with everything he said about free agents going to Montreal. So we'll find out. Let's hockey. Let's go, baby. Let's hockey. Let's go. Welcome back to the stream. Just in time for the Canadiens to lose. I'm going to keep my hair like this for as long as I can. Why not? But, yep, Jalen, I had a feeling you would like that. Give the King his cup. King for cup. Linebot. Well, we're going to see in just a minute. Not Rangers. Rip. But you know what, guys? Come on, hashtag King gets cup. What? That is crazy. Let's hockey. I know. I'm not sure if you're reacting to the Habs losing in the conference finals, them getting to the conference finals, or them being cup contenders next year. But all of it is crazy pretty much. Okay, I'm going to get my hair back to normal. But yeah, like I said, guys, St. Louis and New York, Seattle Kraken are going to be in the finals next year against the Montreal Canadiens. Except for the fact that they're not in the league next year. They're in the league after. NHL 2021 season Stanley Cup champions. Let's go. You got the lotion in the chat, baby. But the St. Louis Blues and New York Rangers, in my opinion, and the Habs and Rangers is going to be a 7-game series as well. And the St. Louis Blues versus the Rangers in the Stanley Cup final. Who to give the Stanley Cup to? Who to give it to? Okay. There we go. The Stanley Cup is right there. Who to give it to? The St. Louis Blues or the New York Rangers? Let's see. Can I even get it? Where I want it to be? Come on. No. Don't move it. Okay, whatever. Good enough. But the Stanley Cup champions in New York, we keep saying do it for Hank. You know what? I'm going to have to be honest. This is an incredibly tough Stanley Cup finals to predict. The St. Louis Blues and the New York Rangers. It's incredibly tough. Either you give the Rangers the cup for Lundqvist, or you give the Blues their second straight cup. Honestly, this is a tough one. I'm going to say it's a draw. No, I'm not going to say it's a draw. This is very, very... it's tough. It is very, very tough. But you know what? This is tough. This is a tough one. Honestly, I know who I had. I kind of want to change my opinion. You will put money for this. Let's Hockey, I would love to put money for this, but I can't. There's no possible way I can put money on these predictions. We're way too early to predict. Golden Knights suck. Samuel, then explain the fact they got to the finals in their first year. And they would have won the Stanley Cup net last year if the refs hadn't screwed them out of San Jose. Hello, Riot Seahawk. Welcome to the stream, brother. We got 4 viewers in here. Welcome to the stream. But Let's Hockey, I'm not putting money on this because, as I put in the title, it is way too early for these predictions, but I'm doing them because it's fun. We're nearing an hour, by the way. Change for Montreal. I would love to, Julian, but I already put the Rangers, man. But you know what? It's unfortunate, but you know what? If I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing an on-the-fly prediction change. I originally had a certain team for the Stanley Cup final out of these two, but I'm going to change my prediction right now, and I'm going to say the New York Rangers are going to win the Stanley Cup, beating the St. Louis Blues, last year's Stanley Cup champions. The New York Rangers are going to get it done for Henrik Lundqvist, for Artemi Panarin, for Kaapo Kakko in his rookie season, for the newly crowned superstar, Mika Zibanejad. They're going to do it for Chris Kreider. They're going to do it for everyone. They're going to do it for New York. The Rangers will win the Stanley Cup. It's going to hurt as a Habs fan having the team that beat us win the Stanley Cup. But bold prediction, the New York Rangers will win the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, the Blues will not get a chance to be a dynasty of 2 straight cups, but they will get to 2 straight finals. Original 6 winner for sure, Julian. And you know what? I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm going to say the Rangers are going to win in 5. It is incredibly, very, very weird. The Golden Knights are confronting Albertan teams for the playoffs, or are they scared of Albertan teams? Not really, considering I have them facing the Vancouver Canucks in the first round of the actual playoffs. And Calgary getting eliminated by Colorado, Chicago getting Edmonton out in the play-ins. I don't necessarily know if they're scared necessarily, but yeah, exactly, Julian. Stanley Cup number 5 for the New York Rangers. And the Blues are officially going to go 1 for 5 in the Stanley Cup Finals, in my opinion. I originally did have the Blues winning, but I was like, you know what? No, I think the Rangers are actually going to do it for Hank. Henrik Lundqvist is going to get his cup, and he is going to retire after this season, in my opinion, if the Blues win the cup, or if the Rangers win the cup. Yeah, Stanley Cup number 5 won in game number 5 of the Blues' 5th Stanley Cup Finals appearance. I actually didn't think about that. That's interesting, Julian. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Stanley Cup number 5 won in game number 5. That's awesome. I would say a sweep because the Blues are used to getting swept in the finals, but nah, I have to give them a win. I think the Rangers are going to do it. Boo Rangers, rip Samuel. Jalen, I'm sure you're happy. The Rangers, in my predictions, will win the Stanley Cup. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to do one again next month, a month from now, which is going to be my birthday. Might stream on my birthday. Not 100% sure. But I am for sure Gonna do predictions right before the playoffs start. So yeah. So yeah, that is probably gonna do it, guys. Unless you got any questions, any last minute questions, I will switch to the YouTube default. We got 6 viewers. Thank you guys so much for the viewers. I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys once again for all the viewers. Wow. Okay. You're gonna work for me, YouTube. Thank you very much. But wow, honestly, I am so shocked that I have 6 viewers in stream already. Vegas Golden Knights. Why not Vegas? Montreal for 2021. Hell yeah, Samuel. Why not Vegas? Vegas, why not? Because in my opinion, I think they're going to do very, very well this season. They have a chance to possibly get to the finals and win. But in my opinion, I think the Blues are definitely going to try and rally around Jay Bouwmeester, who I believe had his cardiac arrest, I believe it was, in what was it, January, December? I think January. But I do think they are going to rally around Bouwmeester and go to the finals for him. But for sure, I definitely think that Vegas has a chance. So why not? It's not necessarily why not. It's just why Blues. You will take McDavid or Crosby for one game in your team today? Crosby, easily. In my opinion, I think Crosby is still one of the best players in the league. I think Draisaitl is the current best player in the league. But I would rather Crosby over McDavid personally, just because I trust Crosby more with a Game 7 situation. Montreal and Quebec, that would be fantastic. Thanks, can't wait for hockey again. Julian, me neither. I can't wait for hockey either. Great video, man. Jalen, thank you very much. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Montreal 2022. Montreal, Toronto do hate each other, Samuel. Will you do some Habs first-round prospect predictions, analysis discussions in future videos for the 2020 draft? I could. I definitely could. I could do predictions on the teams who I thought lost are going to lose in the play-in rounds, where I think the teams are going to finish in general. I could definitely do that. It would be very interesting, and then do first-round prospect predictions, who's going to get drafted where. And I actually do have a video planned. Dog, cat, let's go, Samuel. But I do actually have a video planned, or stream. I'm probably going to do it in a video, though. I do have a video/stream plan, depending on what I decide to do. I want to talk about what the Habs could do in the offseason, who they re-sign, who they do sign in the free agency, who they get in the draft, possibly. But more so, who they re-sign and who they sign. Spoiler alert, we do not re-sign Dale Weiss. But that is probably a project that is going to take about a week or two, just because I do want to make sure, like, okay, yeah, I have this, and I'm not going to go through, like, every single player we have to re-sign, because guys that are just going to get, like, league minimum, it's, or they're just going to get league minimum, you know, but guys like, for example, Domi, say, Weiss, you know, if Kovalchuk's going to re-sign, you know, Kincaid, since he's getting paid $1.75 million for this one season, which I'm glad we didn't sign him for 2 or 3. But I like Kincaid, but I'm happy. But yeah, cool. Would love to hear your bold predictions for the draft. Well, Lafreniere is gonna drop all the way to 17th. No, but seriously, I might have a few bold predictions for the draft. That's one draft where after the first overall pick, it's kind of just like, okay, I'll take this guy, and it's kind of just like just throwing a dart, and you're gonna get a bullseye anywhere. You throw a dart anywhere, you're gonna get a bullseye. Is what I mean. But what do you think of Maxime Comtois? Let's hockey. I had a feeling you were gonna say this. I was going to get a Comtois question eventually. I haven't seen too much of Maxime Comtois, but I do like him. I do like Comtois. I believe he's with the Ducks. I think he's going to be a very interesting player for them. I do think he is going to get into the lineup next year. I think he's going to crack third or fourth line. Potential-wise, I think he has the potential to be a second liner. Maybe a first if they really develop him very well. But I do think he has the potential to be a second liner, so you never know. But you never know, Comtois. You know, he could be a bust, or he could end up being a superstar in the league. You never really can tell. But I do think he is going to. I do think he is going to be something pretty good. Hashtag trade Weber. Hashtag trade Weber. Hello, NHL teams. It's our lovely fight to the death. Yep, Samuel's video games have reason. You're ours now. What? Don't trade Webby. Julian, honestly, I'm kind of even on that. I know I was saying trade Weber, but I'm I'm just kind of uneven on that personally. I'm just like, meh. If you trade him, I'm happy. If you don't, I like Weber, so whatever. Leafs Forever, hype in the chat. Let's go, Leafs Forever. Thank you for coming by to the stream. We do need leadership for all the youth, which is why I do have a spoiler for the video, but I do have us signing Kovalchuk in the off season. Oh my god, don't you guys hate when you're like you're sniffing, or not sniffing, but you're breathing and you get like water or something? It's probably brain tissue. Cameron Hillis potential. Honestly, I'm not the guy to ask in terms of like prospect potentials, but Cameron Hillis, just going off the name and what I believe I've heard of him, I'm gonna say potential. Possible first liner, more than likely a good top 6 guy who can fill any role you need him to. I believe he's a right winger, I think. I think he's a right winger, I think. No, Cameron Hillis, isn't he a defenseman? Raybro, I need a little more info on Cameron Hillis before I say anything about him, honestly. But yeah, and Leafs Forever, I'm going to go to the playoff predictions real quick. You guys can see the playoffs. What I have, long potential. Samuel Atias. But yeah, guys, these, in case you missed it, these are my playoff predictions. Bad sacrifice, rip. But yeah, guys, like I said, these are my playoff predictions. Some hot takes, a lot of hot takes in there. Arizona beating Nashville, Chicago beating Edmonton, Montreal going to the conference finals, the Rangers winning the Stanley Cup, Florida beating the Islanders could be considered a hot take. But yeah, Hockey Dynasty channel is terrific for prospect analysis. I'll have to check them out then, Julian. Thank you very much for it. Hockey Draft Dynasty. Habs to the semis. Yeah, I see Habs going to the semifinals. They're going to take out Pittsburgh. They're going to take out the Bruins. They're going to take out the Leafs, unfortunately. And I'm going to hashtag Harry Rice bias. Hell yeah, I'm biased. No, but seriously, I do think they do have what it takes to take out the Leafs. But they are going to fall to the Rangers. Can you say, oh God, Let's Hockey, I'm sure you know this. I am god-awful at French. I'll say that in a second. But a center who played for Guelph Storm. All right, he's a center who played for Guelph Storm. You know what? I'm going to say potential is first liner. I think he could be a consistent 50-60 point scorer while being a good leadership guy. That's my predictions on him. Did you get HTH to give you the bracket? No, I just borrowed it from him. I didn't ask. I should have, but I didn't, unfortunately. I should have actually asked, but I didn't. I borrowed it off I think it was, I forget which one. I think it was the second prediction video he did. I borrowed it off there. I gave him a shout out earlier in the stream. Again, shout out to Hot Take Hockey. Thank you very much for the bracket. My apologies, I didn't ask him. I don't know if he's still in the stream. I highly doubt it. He would have commented more. But yeah. But shout out to Hot Take Hockey. That's where I borrowed the bracket from. Let's see if I can say this. Allez-vous abonner à Let's Hockey. Let's see if I said that properly. But there's the bracket real quick. There's the bracket. And yeah. So I believe, and also guys, I actually have a new Discord. I have a new server, I believe. Yes, I do have a new server. I will send the invites in a second. Invite people. Copy and oh, actually no, I'm not. My apologies, guys. I'm actually not going to put the Discord just yet. I just realized I'm not finished even editing it right now. I do have to edit a few things. Next stream 100%, and it will be posted in the Discord. So what I am going to do instead is I actually am going to send the current Discord link. If you guys want to join the Discord and you have not already, guess the player gets called a second liner by Harry. It is the best player pacer in the league. Rip. But yeah, guys, there is the Discord if you guys want to join it. It is good for, I would assume, 24 hours or so. But yeah, like I said, you guys can join the Discord if you want. And yeah. Oh, and let's go, boys. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Hot Tech Hockey. He's going to be live at 9 p.m. Just checked his Discord. He is going to be live at 9 p.m. Going to be doing some playoff scenario talk, Q&A, and possible Kahoot. Yeah, that is going to be very, very fun. Little butchering, but you're good. Yes, I knew I'm decent at French. So there's the bracket, and I'm going to come back here. I knew I was decent at French. Hey, Rick Nelson. Let's get some Rick Nelson hype in the chat, boys. Rick Nelson, the boy. What editing app do you use? Canva? No, I do not use Canva. Leafs Hockey. I use OpenShot Video Editor. I use that and a mix of Windows Live Movie Maker, or just Movie Maker as it's called. I do that. Oof, you came at the end. No, you did not, Rick Nelson. I'm going to be up here for about 10 more minutes. I will give you guys a look at the playoffs, though, as I talk for the chat. But yeah, Leafs Forever. I don't use Canva. Like I said, I use OpenShot Video Editor. Not bad at all. Thank you, Let's Hockey. I appreciate it. Like I said, I butchered French. I butchered the hell out of French when I was in school. But yeah, awesome. Have a great night, everyone. Julian, you too. Hockey will be coming back very, very soon. Absolutely, it'll be coming back August 1st. Is the rumor right now, but never know. Demers get away from Ottawa. Well, apparently Eugene Melnick will probably be out of Ottawa very soon, apparently. But yeah, Jason Demers, I don't even know where he is anymore. Is Jason Demers even still in the league? But yeah, Rick, you did sort of come at the end, but I mean, we are going to be live, like I said, for 10 more minutes or so, answering some questions. But yeah, Off the Wall Hockey, live at 8 for subs, predict bracket. Not to promote for someone else's stream. Hey, Leafs Forever, that's fine. I need to check out Off the Wall Hockey sometime, but yeah, I typically don't allow self-promotion, but you know what, whatever, it's Off the Wall Hockey. I do enjoy his content, and I'm self-promoting in a way. At Harris, Habs are not beating the Pens. You never know. I mean, crazier things have happened in the league. The Kings have won, being an 8th seed in the playoffs. They've won the Stanley Cup. The Blues won the Stanley Cup after being one of the worst teams in the league at that point. Canadians versus Bruins would be tough, Rick, for sure. It would be tough, but in my opinion, it would be a bloodbath, and it would be fantastic. Canadians versus Red Wings. Canadians versus Red Wings would mean the Canadians get swept. Unfortunately, it would mean the Canadians do get swept, it seems. But yeah. So when is the real NHL playoff predictions? Because this is biased. Leafs Forever. Technically, this, you could say this is a false predictions, because like I said, this is way too early. We are a month and a half out, at least. I would assume at least a month and a half away from the playoffs. So this is kind of very. Let's go, Marcus Hunt. Thank you for joining the Religion of the Puff Club. Thank you for subbing to the channel. It's all good, man. Thank you very much for joining the channel. I appreciate it, man. Guess who's alt? This would be Limebots alt account. Hashtag pay the price. Hashtag pay the price. Rick Nelson, thank you very much. I need to go keep the awesome content, and I will dream with you for these predictions. Let's Hockey. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. Go Habs, go. Go Habs, go for sure. I'll see you in the future. I'm going to get on your videos eventually. Or get on. I'm going to watch the videos I've missed of yours right after stream, probably, actually, while I eat and stuff. But yeah. Leafs Forever, the, I guess, real playoff predictions, but the more accurate ones, I'll say, are going to be coming out probably a week before the playoffs, just because we want to make sure when everyone is playing, or who is playing, who's not playing. If Domi's even going to play for the Habs, that could be a big, my hair is all messed up. That could be a huge factor. If Lindbergh doesn't play for the Flyers, that could be a huge factor. If, for example, if Ovechkin says, it's too dangerous, I don't want to play, that's going to be huge, you know. But yeah, Devils are confronting, or they need, not really, Samuel. I don't think that Devils really need new players necessarily. I think they have the right players for now, but they do need to get better. So in a way, they might need new players. They might sign some people in the off season, but you never know. But I believe PK Subban is underrated. Raybro, Subban is undefeated, underrated. Rage. I would love to rage, man. Red Wings swept the Habs in all 4 games. Haha, Wings over the Habs. How can you say the Habs will win a game against the Pens? Because the Habs beat the Penguins in the season this year. I believe they took 1 of the 3 games, and last year they took, I think, 2 or 3 out of the 3 they played. Death Battle Activision. I'm gonna have to play that. I may or may not be related to Fruit. Oh, Limebot. Hey, man, Limebot. Welcome back to the stream, brother. Under Marcus Hunt. Thank you for subbing. It's all good, man. Lemonbot, welcome. Thank you for joining the Religion of the Puff Club. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. Let's go. Let's get hype. Let's get hype for many new subs. Thank you, Limebot, for the double subbage right there, brother. But rage, I am raging, at least forever. And you know what, guys? I'm gonna take this off. The Habs, I believe my brother is here. Hey, Lemonbot, yes he is. I'm gonna take this off. The Habs jersey. Thankfully, I do have a shirt on underneath. Maybe showing a little bit too much chest hair, but whatever. But yeah, it is very hot in here. It is 28.5 degrees. At least forever. Hell yeah, at least forever. Habs suck. They beat the Leafs. So what does that say about the Leafs? Jesus, hype. Let's get hype in the chat, boys. Where's Orange Bot? Oh yeah, Ray Bro. Where's Orange Bot? We need Orange Bot. We need Banana Bot. We need Apple Bot. We need all the bots up in here. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna get out of here in a minute. For some reason, my nose is very, very hurting. 12 likes. I didn't even notice. Thank you guys so much for the 12 likes. Oh my God, that is insane. I'm not Limebot. I'm Marcus Hunt. What do you mean I'm Limebot? Hey, oh, my apologies. Well, Marcus Hunt, thank you for coming into the stream, brother. Appreciate it. Okay, for some reason, my I just listened to my stream real quick. For some reason, it is for some reason, it's lagging. Not lagging, it's multiple voice, but whatever. Hashtag road to 200 subs, Rick Nelson. Hashtag road to 200 subs, or alternatively, the drive to thrive with 100 more guys. Thank you very much. 13 likes, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the subs and all the likes and whatnot that I've been getting this stream. Thank you guys very much. Don't test me. Avocado bots. We've got the avocado bot up in here. This is nuts. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm Limebot. Yeah, I had a feeling you're a Limebot. Hey, Limebot, thank you for the alternate subs. Nah, no lag. Awesome. I'm glad there's no lag. I seem to be streaming pretty well now. I think I found how to stream properly. Avocado bot, thank you for joining the religion of the Puff Club. Saul good, man. Thank you, Ray Bro. Make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, gotta go. Lol. Hey, at least forever. If you gotta go, that's perfectly fine, man. Thank you for coming out. And guys, I'm probably gonna be getting out of here in just a moment as well. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna eat probably. I'm gonna drink. My throat is very dry. I gotta blow my nose because I feel like I've got some blood up in there. Probably TMI, but whatever. I gotta get dry. I gotta open my door and fan out is what I mean. I gotta get dry. Somehow I'm very, very wet apparently. No, but seriously, I gotta open the door. I gotta freaking air out my room. It is hot in here. 13 likes. Thank you guys so much for the 13 likes. Jesus, and the 5 live viewers right now. This is insane. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that is, like I said, probably going to do it for the stream. Like I said, I thank you all so much for coming out to the stream. Video game streams are actually going to be starting very soon, maybe. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I do plan on doing an NHL 09 stream sometime in the future, as well as, of course, the video, like I said, on the Habs, what they might do in the off-season. I'm going to have different videos coming out in the future, the coming weeks probably. Maybe some movie videos, potentially some video game videos. John Hank, thank you for joining the Religion of the Puff Club. Saul good, man. Thank you very much. John Hank, I like turtles too, brother. I can't think of anyone who doesn't like turtles, but wait, a question. Go ahead, John Hank. I am all ears. I am up for as long as any of you guys have questions. See you, Rick. Appreciate the support. Thank you for coming out to the stream. And I'd assume giving the stream a like, as everyone has seemed to do, apparently, tonight. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it for all the likes and the views. But John Hank, please give me your question. I appreciate it. But yeah, we have been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes at least. How long does it say on YouTube I've been streaming for? It would be an hour 18 minutes. This is insane. I've been streaming for that long. What's your favorite bot? Oh my god, my favorite bot. Honestly, it might have to be the avocado bot. I might like the avocado bot, but I like all the bots. All the bots that sub. 14 likes. This is insane. 14 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate all of you guys subbing and whatnot. But yeah. Just a second real quick. But yeah, 14 likes. Thank you guys so much. 4 viewers now. Wow. Linebot won't be happy. Linebot won't be happy, man. He's the mod of the channel. No, I love all the bots, but Avocado Bot might be my favorite just because of the absurdity of the name Avocado Bot. But yeah, guys, that is unfortunately probably going to do it for the stream in just a second. Like I said, I'm going to be getting out of here. I do have to get, especially because I'm him, suspenseful music plays. John Hank, I would play some suspenseful music, but I don't want to get copyright striked. I don't want to get copy striked. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing an NHL 9 stream in the future. Maybe some Plants vs. Zombies. I highly doubt it, though. Maybe some San Andreas. I do want to get some Jackbox. So actually, yeah, there's only one viewer now, unfortunately. I was about to suggest we do a quick Jackbox, see if it works for me this time. But no, there's only one viewer, so I think it's best I wait anyways until it's an actual gaming stream. So, guys, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, exclusive, but not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to my Pub Club, subscribe to the HD Club. Samuel, Spyro, Crash and Spyro are good, or are they afraid of Montreal? Everyone's afraid of Montreal, brother. That's just a fact. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe. It's me, John Hank. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, brother. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel, 2011 YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to the Pub Club, subscribe to the HD Club, subscribe to the Sub Hub. If you are a member of the Mod Squad, like my good boys, Rick Nelson, who is in the chat. Let's Hockey, who's in the chat. Hot Take Hockey, Spotlight Hockey, both are in the chat. Julian Planty, who is in the chat. There's another mod that was in the chat, I'm pretty sure. Add roles to Discord. John Hank, I'm definitely going to add the roles to Discord. I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to have to add them to the new one because I cannot add to the old one, unfortunately. But those are all the mods that I think were in chat. Hot Take Hockey, like I said. Hot Take Hockey was in chat. Spotlight Hockey. Limebot. How could I forget Limebot? Julian Planty. Rick Nelson. Let's Hockey. What were the predictions? John Hank, the predictions. I'm going to put them on stream real quick. One final time. I'm actually going to do the outro here. But yeah, links in the description. My Twitter and my Twitch. My Twitter I don't use too much. I use it occasionally. The Twitch I'm probably not going to use at all right now. I think I'm just going to stream on Twitch, on YouTube, gaming or hockey, whatever it is, just because I do have a decent following on YouTube. The Amazon wish is in the PO box description. If you wish to send anything my way, it's greatly appreciated. You will get a video of me unboxing whatever it is you may send my way if you choose to. You don't have to, but if you do, like I said, appreciate it. You will get a video, whether it's from the Amazon or you just send something to the PO box. It is greatly appreciated. Limebot, let's go. Limebot hype in the chat. But yeah, the letterbox is also in the description. It's where I rate and review movies. Very rarely I'll actually review them. Most of the time I just rate them. For example, I can't rate shows though. I just watched Breaking Bad recently. Fantastic show. I'm about to catch up on Better Call Saul. Gravity Falls is another fantastic show. You guys will probably know this at the end of the year during a certain video. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, the letterbox. Check it out if you want to know ways of love. Unless you'd rather check out the video that I made for Christmas Day last year. Check it out if you want to know movies and loves. Unless you'd rather check out the video which I made for Christmas Day last year, which may or may not be our top 100 favorite movies of all time of 2019. Check it out if you also want to know movies I hate. Unless I decide to do a video on that in the future. Who really knows besides me though? I might not. Betraying the NHL teams is good or not good. I don't really consider betraying an NHL team good or not good. If you decide to leave a team for another team, it's perfectly fine by me, honestly. So yeah, guys, once again, I greatly appreciate every little bit of support that I get on here. Thank you guys so much for coming out and joining the stream. My name is Harry Rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, my name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace. Imagine forgetting me. Hey, Limebot, I'm sorry, brother. The NHL teams want him gone. That is very true. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.